Whether you're trying to spice up your fitness routine, get yourself ready to climb a 14er, or get that beach body ready for summer, the Box Step Up can help you out. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you how. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Howdy wellness partners, this is AJ Webb, your SLV Health Wellness Coordinator, and in this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Step Up, what it can do for you, how to do it, some things to think about so you can do it at home. I'm going to take 2 minutes on the clock, but before I do that, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share this video with your friends so that I can show the people who are watching and that they like this content. Here we go. Benefits of the Box Step Up. It's good for GPP, general physical preparedness, which means it's got a lot of carryover. Whether you're getting into a vehicle, whether you're getting up onto a ladder, it's gonna help you through your general physical preparedness and all those demands that life throws at you. And if you like the outdoors, this is gonna help you with hiking. I know not every step that we take when we're in the great outdoors is a perfect looking step, but this is a good way to train. We're in a valley. While we're close to mountains, it's not always easiest to get out there on the hill. The stimulus you're gonna get is a cardio stimulus. If you've been climbing some stairs and felt yourself huffing and puffing a little bit at the top, you're gonna get that stimulus. It's gonna help improve those capacities. It's working that posterior chain. You're getting stronger, and not only your muscles, but also with your balance and your mobility. We'll talk a little bit more about things to think about in regards to your mobility. When you're performing a step up, what you're gonna wanna do is brace your trunk, make sure you're protecting your spine, especially if you're holding something, and you keep that core engaged. That's gonna help you be a solid piece of bones and tendons as you're moving up on the stuff. And you're gonna wanna make sure you got even foot pressure. You're not getting too far up on your toe, you're not too much on your heel, and you're using that whole foot to get up onto anything. And if you find yourself deviating from these things, scale it. Make that box smaller. Don't step up quite as high. Now, check on your person to make sure that you can step on, especially if you're using it as an exercise and doing a whole bunch of reps. And make sure whatever it is that you're stepping on, whether it's a box, a bucket, or a bench, is super sturdy. Don't get hurt.
All right, coming at you with the whiteboard in the background, watching a video of me doing some step-ups in my home gym. Here we go with a little commentary. So I'm stepping up onto a 20-inch box. These are pretty spiffy boxes. They're not necessary for this exercise, but they're pretty cool to have. This one has 3 different sides, 20 inches, 24 inches, and 30 inches. Pretty standard for your CrossFit kind of a situation. However, you got someone who's handy, they can build you one of these things. And I'm trying to use those principles of bracing my trunk. And I even do a little shimmy to the side here where I put my center of mass over that leg that's doing the work. That's a way to help yourself out as you're feeling this exercise out. I'm making an adjustment to the box, putting it up on that 24-inch, and now I'm doing a more intense exercise. Yeah, it's the same pace, but now I'm moving my body through a greater range of motion. And for me, I like to test out, hey, what's going on with my ankles and my knees and my hips? I kind of have to really reach up here. This one really tests my hip range of motion. Try and get that heel and that foot planted on the box. So if you want to make the box step up harder, get yourself a bigger box. You don't have to have one of these things, but again, they're pretty handy. Here we go. Now, the last box step ups I was doing, I was coming right back down the same way that I went up. This is a box step over. And in the box step over, I just go over to the other side. In this case, I am turning to the side and I'm lowering myself down. So now I'm getting the super bonus of jumping up on the box or getting up on the box, and then I'm lowering myself down. Some folks will even set themselves up a little baby step ladder, so they take tiny steps up and then lower themselves down. It's a good way to increase your capacities in this exercise. The next one I'm going to show you is called a complete step over, where I am going to actually stay square to add to where I got onto the box, and then I'll lower myself down that way instead of turning myself to the side and just kind of lower myself down that way. So you can play with these variations, pay attention to your body, pay attention to your joints, so that you know what's going on, or you have an idea about when might be a good time for me to stop, because I don't want to fall off the box and I don't want to get myself hurt. All right. Earlier, I flipped the box over to make it a little bit taller. That made it more intense because I'm moving my carcass higher. I'm moving at a greater range of motion. Well, another way to add intensity is to put some things in your hands, right? And I happen to have a couple of kettlebells here, which are like cannonballs with handles. They're heavy, pretty convenient because they have a handle. But if you got a couple of buckets of water, you got a couple of jugs of Tide, if you got something with sand in it, you can add intensity to the box step up and make it harder for yourself. Increase that intensity by holding on to those things, by making yourself heavier. You can see it's a little bit more challenging for me. I'm keeping those same principles that I talked about earlier. All right, so I grabbed some heavy things to climb up on the box. Now I'm going to change the position of those heavy things and put them in a front rack position. And what that's going to do for me is challenge my ability to keep my torso straight up and down, right? Not straight up and down, but to keep it without falling forward, or it's basically challenging my ability to balance, my ability to brace my core as I move through the range of motion with a little extra load. That's a front rack kettlebell step up. Finally, I'm getting sport specific. Sport for me being hunting, where I carry a backpack. I can load that backpack up and I can use this step up as a way to prepare myself for going out into the forest and climbing mountains and doing all the things that you got to do to chase the elk here in Colorado. Same principles, except for now that position of the load changes. This nice backpack keeps it close to my body, so that's a good thing. And I am now training for hiking in my garage, and that helps me enjoy my time in the outdoors, be a safer hunter-hiker, and do all the things that I need to do to make it home after hunting. In that last video, when I was talking about the farmer's walks and carries, I showed you this duffel bag that I had. This will be a great thing to add to your box step-up routine, whether you're putting these 10-pound bags of sand that I made out of duct tape and contractor bags into your backpack, holding onto them, throwing them on your shoulder. Great way to intensify your workout of the box step-up.
Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's useful for you. And if it is, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends that you enjoy this type of content and that you want to see some more of it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we cover another piece of exercise gear or other health and wellness type content. See you later. Have a super day.